Welcome to Podnutz Daily for November 3rd, 2008, episode number 107. Yes, I have a new hat. And I see in the chat room, John says there's too much bling on this hat. Well, it's the World Series hat. It is the hat that the Phillies were wearing on the field for the World Series. So, bling or not, I'm going to wear it for maybe a week or two and just celebrate the Phils. You got to love the Phils. The thing, I mean, even if you're not a baseball fan, like over 2 million people went to the parade that the Phillies had that weekend after they won the World Series. This city is just crazy for sports. And I guess it's like one thing to kind of be proud of, but they get really rowdy and usually they get out of hand and I don't know. You do have to love Chase Utley's announcement though, his speech for the Phillies Day Parade. If you haven't heard his speech, go to Ustream or YouTube and check it out. Might not be appropriate for all audiences, but it kind of sums up the Philadelphia spirit. Okay, enough about the Phillies. I'm going to take that off my notes. I won't talk about them anymore. AVG, last week, AVG, I suspected AVG of crashing all the systems we were fixing. We were running it on certain computers, and every time we rebooted the computer after that, AVG wouldn't start. Nothing would start. Explorer wouldn't even start. So we'd be missing the whole taskbar at the bottom and all the icons on the screen. So we couldn't really do much with the computer. And this happened on 4 computers we installed AVG on. It seemed like that since the computer was running fine, the moment we put AVG on and rebooted the machine, that's when the problem happened. So that's why I suspected AVG. Now, I searched online, I Googled AVG on like Google News and different sites, and nobody was having the problem that I was having. If it was like what I thought it was, where AVG updated their program and it's crashed everybody's machines, I would hear about it. But I didn't hear one thing about it, any real recent news on the internet. I mean, some people have had problems with AVG, and you can read forums and stuff like that. But if it was what I suspected, where they updated AVG and it was crashing everybody's system, there would be like a huge outcry, like of people saying that the AVG is messing up their machines. That didn't happen, so we looked for different solutions. We think it was a flash drive. We always use our flash drives, and we put AVG, and we have all of our stuff on the flash drives. A lot of times we use these flash drives in an infected machine to load super nice spyware, to load AVG, to load Internet Explorer now version 8. And I think our flash drives got infected. So now every time we used our flash drive, it was infecting other machines. We formatted our flash drives. We haven't had a problem yet, but I'll know more about it tomorrow. But you guys tell me if you're having a problem with AVG. Maybe it is AVG. We don't know yet, but now I suspect it's our flash drives. Because I would have heard about it on the internet if AVG was crashing everybody's machine. Yeah, Nebin says he uses a CD for that. That's a great idea. A CD. Next flash drives we're going to get are going to have locks. So we'll install the programs we need on our flash drives, all of our tools. And then every time we use it on a customer's machine, then before we put it in a machine, we'll lock it. Let me talk about something that happened at the shop today and the end of last week. I'm just getting rocked with customers bringing their computers back. It's I guess something I got to look at and wonder and really figure out why it's happening. But the last few days, we are getting destroyed with customer returns, and they vary from viruses coming back to corrupted files to anything you could possibly imagine, to power jacks that I fixed that are not working now, and it was never bad like this. So. I think we're running into a streak of bad luck because I've been very cautious in the last repairs I have done. I learned my lesson not to cut the corner, not cutting any corners. You know what I mean? Being straight up, getting the job done. But there is something that's just going around. I hope it gets out of our system because it's just killing us. Because I don't charge when somebody brings back a computer that I consider should have been fixed and continue to be fixed, past a reasonable amount of time. I don't have like a set warranty time, but. So that's killing us at the shop. We did about 3 of those today and like 2 more last week. And just don't cut corners as a tip because it will always come back and get you, and it'll just make you mad because the customer will come back in. He's not happy. It'll cut into your day of what you're trying to do to make money in the future. Just not a good idea. Okay, we had another computer. It was a older compact laptop, probably from about 2001 or 2002. And every time we plugged in the Ethernet or the internet through the Ethernet port, In about 30 seconds, the computer would blue screen. And it would be a blue screen error. It would say at the bottom of the blue screen that the file that was messing things up was tcpip.sys. Now, we ran winsock xpfix just to check if that did anything. Nothing. We took tcpip.sys from another computer, copied it over to this computer. Still same problem. Still blue screening. We uninstalled the drivers and rebooted the machine for all the network adapters. Uninstalled the drivers, rebooted the machine. It found the drivers, loaded the drivers in a new unit of time. Every time we plugged in Ethernet, it would blue screen. What we finally did was we found out it was a Realtek Ethernet driver. I think my dad went on the website, went to Realtek's website, got the most up-to-date driver, installed it on the machine, and reinstalling the driver actually fixed the machine. Now, this isn't just reinstalling the driver that was currently on the machine. We did that when we uninstalled the drivers in the device manager, rebooted the system. We actually had to get a new driver, a new updated version of the driver, and put it on the machine, and that fixed it. But it took a while for us to figure that out. That's what that was. Another customer came in, said he got an email from somebody he thought he knew with a Hallmark card link in it. So you click the link to open the Hallmark card. This is the second customer that has come in because of this. Opens up the Hallmark card, boom, gets a virus or gets some spyware. And you got to be careful about that. Tell your friends, family, relatives, people who aren't too adept at computers that if they get a Hallmark card, they need to absolutely 100% make sure it's from somebody they know. Even if it is from somebody they know, it might have been somebody spoofing somebody they know, and it's just dangerous to click on links and execute files and attachments in email. Just be very, very careful. That's hit my customers twice so far in the last few weeks. Hallmark. Be aware of that. I wrote down here Washington D.C. phenomena. Had a customer a few weeks ago. I fixed her computer. She brought it in and she said, whenever she logs on to the internet in Pennsylvania, she's fine. Whenever she takes her computer down to Washington D.C. and logs on to wireless internet, she blue screens. I went in and just did a normal general cleanup. I fixed up just made sure all her Windows files were not corrupted. What did I do? I ran all of our anti-spyware programs. I reinstalled the drivers for her wireless. Did some other repair programs. Made sure all the Windows files that aren't supposed to be altered are not altered. And you do that with scan now, or what is it? No, it's SFC, which stands for System File Checker. You run this from the command line. SFC / scan now. And that's scan now all one word. Just make sure all the Windows files that are supposed to be okay are okay. Ran Dial-A-Fix. Even ran CCleaner and